Well, good day all. I'm Epstein, and here we are with your SPDR ETF stock market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Thursday, the 24th of August, 2023. A couple of things. I appreciate everybody that wrote me things to cover. I'm going to do some of those. Write me again. Tell me what other ones you want. Now, here's what I do. You do realize this is a feeder, F-E-E-D-E-R, into my paid subscriptions. And in my paid subscriptions, which are inexpensive, just give you an idea. By itself, this to get the equivalent of 6 a week, 24 videos, each lasting approximately 18 minutes long, covering massive amount of the markets, 41 markets at a time, and I rotate them, $16. And I got somebody writing me, I hope it doesn't get expensive. $16. Where are you going to get that? All right, so that's first. Number two, no, I'm not going to keep covering the video here and that. Why? It's really important. It belongs in the paid subscriber area. So I'll finish it today for you, and that's where it's going to stop for a long time. I bring things in and out of here so you get a taste of what I do, and then you become with me a subscriber. Number two, I'm going to offer a discount next week, like going back to school, end of September, end of August, going to Labor Day sale. It's there. It'll start right at the beginning of the week, and that's it. Take advantage of it. But when people write, well, you know, I don't want this cost $16 and you're an investor in the markets, what's wrong with you? Second part of this, what about last night's debate? I know what I thought. I walked away thinking 4 people stole the limelight. BETZ, we had DeSantis, Pence, and Haley. That's it. Where BETZ came from so strong is beyond me. I think he's running to be the vice presidential choice for Trump. That was my impression. I mean, he's perfect. He's a song and dance man for him. I don't know about his presidential qualifications. I mean, coming from a background, what can I say? But, you know, Trump's policies were pretty darn good, and what was his background? Okay, I don't remember him holding public office either. So I have different attitudes on all that. But I do think the other people all fell into the abyss, and I think that we will see that the death kisses around them now. They have to figure out what they're going to do to keep backers, and they need a breakthrough of some type. So I've given you my 4. Could I be wrong? Just like trading the markets, I could be very wrong. But in watching it, I came away with what I thought there. And it was interesting as can be, and we'll see where it goes. Remember, there's another one of these in a month. Do I think Trump should attend that next one? Absolutely. I think you should take the air out of the whole room and prove he is going to be the guy against Biden. And I'm assuming Biden is running, and that's where we're going to be. And that gets interesting. You can't wait till next year when all this goes again. Who knows where it's going to carry you. Now, the last thing is very, very, very important. You do understand the importance of the market going into the Jackson Hole meeting, and on Fridays, it's always a Friday, when the Fed chair takes the lead speech at 9 in the morning. That's been tradition. Last year, what we saw is Chair Powell come out and do what he, by the way, a year later, he did what he said. We're fighting inflation. Interest rates are going up. We're going to squash as much as we can out of it. The economy is resilient. Labor is strong. It is time to make these moves. So now, is he going to say he's still on that path? Is he going to say that it is time to, and I want to make this clear, I don't expect one word out of him that the time is at hand to cut interest rates. To pause is the right word. So there's 2 camps that have come out. You already saw Harkin come out on one and some of the other Fed members. One camp, we are there. Let's wait a bit and see what's going to happen. The other camp, no, we are not there. You cannot tell me that we're getting close when the core inflation is falling 1/10 or 2/10 each month. That's not enough. We'll all be dead by the time it gets to 2%. Let's keep it going and get that down, because as it speeds up and goes down, we get closer to where we want to be. We haven't seen unemployment jump. It's 3.5%. We have heard, and you are being prepared, that they're going to make a 306,000 adjustment to the March numbers. They do it each year. There is always an adjustment. It's coming. It means now nothing. It means, period. They get everything in line with it. You have to balance in some manner tax revenues and the amount of people working. I know it sounds complicated, but it's the way that it goes. It's gone on for a very long time. So that's where I think we're at. Do I think tomorrow morning at 9 is a big event? I promise you it's a big event. Do I think it's as important as any major FOMC meeting? I absolutely do. Did I already tell my subscribers, my paid subscribers, that my typical 9 o'clock recording will not be out? Yes. I want to hear what the Fed chair says, and then when I record afterwards and it's done, then I'll tell them what I think and how I think the market will adjust to it. I think we're all better off with that. And I've intentionally told them to cut all their positions down and we wait for this event. So I'm prepared, and that's how I lay things out. I do it the best way I know how. That's an awful lot. Wow. All right. NVIDIA. Whoa. You do realize that while this is saying the high is 502.30, there's an aftermarket in all these. The last I saw, the market was around 517, 516.35, 517 in aftermarket trades when I stopped watching it last night. And I'm looking at the market going, I think we have a sucker play. And I realized I was the only guy in America saying that. And I felt, whoa. Told my wife, maybe we should go somewhere because this to me looks like I'm not right. Now, did I have any money at risk? No, it's easy to make the call. Why? You'll see. Trend is clearly up. This is the darling of artificial intelligence. This type of stock over time is probably going up substantially more. Trading is about what's happening now, what's not going to happen 5 years from now. Investing is about what's going to happen 5 years from now, and how do I get in at the best price I could for that 5-year event? And if you don't separate the two, then you end up in the school of one of these famous guys, as far as I'm concerned, Kramer. Is he a trader or is he an investor? It seems to me he puts out these trades at times, and this is a criticism, and he gets wrong. And then he'll say, you know, we might as well hold it. Well, so a trade turned into an investment. I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not knocking the man. I get it. I don't cross that line because you can't in a lot of these. If you're coming in with leverage and doing it a certain way as a trader, you can't turn that because you'll break your trading ability, and then you start breaking disciplines, and the worst thing you could do is have no discipline. How do I know? I've done this all wrong. So you're getting somebody that is speaking from experience with it. And I still get mad at myself. Who doesn't? Higher lows, higher highs. Okay. This is why I thought people were wrong. These are your first tests of your upper Bollinger Band. It failed here. Why is it not going to fail again? That's all that I thought. Am I bearish? I am not bearish. I'm looking at a market that's not embedded. Did you hear the word? Not embedded. If it were embedded, I'm a whole different creature. Get the market to embed, and I keep looking for it to go higher till that gives up. But it's not. And it wasn't. It can't. It needs a certain amount of days to embed. And I'm looking at it last night, and I realized I'm probably the lone person in America that thinks that people are going to get caught up at that number. Would I tell a client to go short? No. But had you asked me as a trader, should you come out against the upper Bollinger Band, I would be saying yes, as a trader, not as an investor. Rivian, I've been looking to see, can we get down to the 200-day average? You're embedded. I keep waiting for it to happen. And as I said, if that gives ground, then maybe you get here. I think all the auto people are in trouble across the board. Why? Today, I think it's today and tomorrow that they have to finish up the UAW on the regional votes. And it'll come in, I'm sure, 90% or more of the members will vote to strike. What they're not going to get is everything that the UAW is asking for. One of the main contentions is a 32-hour week with a big pay increase. So I want to pay you more. I want to pay you not to come in as much as you do. You want me to increase your benefits. The list goes on and on. When you negotiate, you ask for the kitchen sink. And then you get down to realities, all right? There will be at the end a resolution. It could take a long time. Everybody's preparing for it. The automakers, they've got more cars than they need, and if you've noticed, cars are getting discounted. We haven't seen that in a long time. They're prepared, okay? They can't afford to give you a 32-hour week, and the others, I mean, there's just no economic reality to it at this point in time. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll do it. I don't think so, but it's a possibility. Do I want you to own, if I were your advisor and I'm not your advisor, auto stocks right now? No. I think it's something you stay away and we see where the dust settles. So why would I like that? In the gasoline, as I told you, this is the one window that opens between now and the end of the month. Next week, when going into Labor Day, you normally get some strength in the market. Now, this is a market that was up today. You do realize how few markets were up today. Go take a look at your board. You're going to be shocked. Remember all these. You were down today in XLF. Market fighting a battle, void of a trend, but has the embedded reading. So the pros are selling the rallies until, in my opinion, the red line closes over 21 here. It's not there. It's 13.8, and they're looking for these numbers down here. But why do anything in front of this Fed talk? I have no idea the reaction tomorrow to this speech, but it's a major speech, and it could change things in a way it could have no impact. I don't know, but I don't stand on that train track waiting for that bullet train that I know I can't get out of the way. XLI, again down. Now, this is important. This is a market that, if we look, was embedded, loses the embedded reading yesterday. And as I teach you, the only time you have to worry about is the day after, because if it re-embeds, this is called a bull trap. And that's just what it did. Shorts regained full control until that happens again. Got it? Another day in the red. By the way, Walmart, why doesn't somebody say something? I'm listening. You wrote me. Let's do a few new ones. I'll do them. I'm rotating others into my permanent, and I have changed my morning subscribers, some of them already. Dropping a Coinbase, adding other things. I'm doing that for people now. Higher lows, higher highs, right into the resistance, unfortunately, of the 18-day average. Retailers as a group are in trouble. The word is as a group. You do get one or two that are breakouts and they're looking okay, but as a group, and I'm really bothered by this word shrink. It's being used over and over, how much theft there are in the stores. Living in Chicago, I know there is. Why? I don't see the thieves, but when I go in to get something in certain stores, it's locked. You got to push a button, somebody comes to help you to get what you want. Well, they're not doing that because everybody's honest. The funniest part is in all these stores, they have guards, be it Home Depot that's doing it in Chicago, Walgreens. What are the guards doing? Why aren't these stores that they go through, how come those sticker things aren't flashing there? I don't understand what's going on, but it's at the most basic level, it's failing with the security systems. And XHB, no, you lost the embedded reading. So the home builders getting its bump. We know there's a shortage of homes, but I got to tell you, if the Fed goes nutty on interest rates, keeps driving them higher, there'll be even more of a shortage of homes because it's going to everything gets too expensive to build for a short while. That's what happens. Energy, another market in the red. You watch. It's going to be red, red, red. Gold in the red. Where'd it go? The 18-day average and stop. Now you're in your big resistance in silver. I haven't the slightest idea what got in silver to make it rally from 21 all the way up to 22.30. I mean, it's not what you think. It's a 5% move, but the futures moved rather dramatically to have that happen. I don't get it. There's no fundamental that I can find behind it. Copper failed. Now, it lost its embedded reading. I think it's going up here before it gets down there. As long as it doesn't re-embed, I think the market's going to do that. TLT, why do you think it stopped at the 18-day average, the neutral zone? 9 o'clock in the morning. What's going to be impacted? TLT, BND is going to be impacted. Dollar, back up to the Bollinger top. fully embedded, but I think the pros are taking something off the table and going, is it going to continue? What is the Fed going to do? Is it going to take the path, Fed Chair Powell, of more of a pause, or is it going to get more aggressive? There's two sides. There's the Jekyll and Hyde. Which one's it going to be tomorrow? How does he walk the line? That's going to be the interesting thing. And if the dollar's strong, the euro's weak, it's a flip-flop down to the Bollinger Band, and it too has the embedded reading. So when I put this up, how many of these have green on them? UUP, USO, UNG. That's pretty much it. Everything is red, red, red. Wow. So you get a picture today that Rivian at first carried the market. You saw it in all the indices. Not Rivian. I so apologize for that. NVIDIA carried the day. I'm still stuck on the cars. All the way up, and when it went, the air came out of the room and everything got back to reality and said, oh, we got to worry about Fed Chair Powell. This isn't going to carry the day. I'm Ira. Thanks for putting up with this long nonsense. Remember, you're going to get my Labor Day sale coming at you very shortly. Have a great evening.